Our next guest says we all need to work through our fears and bring in more joy, and she has a guide to help us do that.
That's right. Dr. Helen Odesky wrote this book. It's called Stop Fear from Stopping You: The Art and Science of Becoming Fear Wise. She is a licensed clinical psychologist and joins us now with advice. Good morning to you, Dr. Odesky.
Good morning, Molly and Tiffany.
Thanks for joining us. I think this is something that resonates with so many people right now, fear, right? We're living in a time where so many things that we're seeing are fearful. And so for you, fear is a part of our life. You say, we can face them or we can hide. What do you mean by that?
So biologically, we're wired to either fight, flee, so run away and hide, or we can do something, decide to act. Some fears are life-threatening, so we may want to act, right? Get away from an oncoming car, jump away from something dangerous. But sometimes we tend to hide. We're afraid that something bad is going to happen to us. Maybe we lose a little bit of pride. Maybe we don't look so good to our friends and neighbors. And so we hide, we don't do things, we don't go for that promotion. We don't call that friend and apologize.
As somebody who's experienced anxiety, that's the thing I think is most striking to me, is that sometimes the fear really, it doesn't make any sense. It's not based in logic. There's not an immediate threat or danger, yet you still have that feeling of needing to flee or to fight. But you say we don't have to be a slave to our circumstances. Can you explain that?
Absolutely. So I offer just a 3-step model if you want to think about it. You want to accept that fear is hardwired, meaning that we all feel it. So accept that it's there. Next, you want to allow yourself to feel it. The more we push it away, the more we resist it, the more it comes back with a vengeance, right? So allow it to be there. And the third is act with purpose. Make a decision and do what you need to do.
We got to do that. I love that. And that's the thing. If you can act with purpose, I feel like you can probably tackle anything. And the pandemic is a great, I think, time for us to face so many fears that we have as well. But what about just the holiday season? How can we look at that differently? Because so many of us are seeing not being able to see friends and family or not being able to celebrate New Year's the way that we had hoped.
Yeah. So I want you to think about it from a standpoint of what you can gain and creating new traditions. So think about it like a snow day. You can't do certain things, but at the same time, you're allowed to get creative and figure out something different to do. It's going to look not like your everyday holiday season, right? Not like what you do typically, but maybe you can create a new tradition of something that you could do or a way you can connect with the people that you love.
You say to look for joy in a different way. Can you use an example so that we can understand what that means?
Absolutely. So a lot of us during the holidays think of joy as that dinner table filled with friends and family. And for a lot of us, that's not going to be what it looks like. So instead, I want you to think about something that looks or feels fun and fresh. A lot of us can still get outdoors, walk around, be in nature. And I think seeing that and getting awe-inspired, some of us have already experienced snow, looking at going in and seeing beautiful landscapes. Or if you can get to a botanic garden or just take a walk around your neighborhood. A lot of people have gone all out this year with decorations and it looks amazing.
It's true. It's fun. I've seen some really cute ones and it does bring simple joy. And I think that is one thing that this year has taught all of us, is that we have what we need inside of us, right? If we look deep and we try and find it there. One of the things I love that you talk about is that the patients that you work with, the clients you work with, a lot of them do resolve their anxiety issues, but they're still faced with things that cause fear. Because I think sometimes we think, if I can just get past this one thing, I'll never fear this again. I'll never feel that way again. But you're saying there's always rejection. There's always uncertainty. And so when somebody picks up your book, what exactly are they going to find to help them through everything else that they face?
So what you're going to find are tools to deal with the fears that we all feel. Fear of being rejected if we go for it. Fear of being a failure or failing at something. Fear of making that decision that maybe we've been mulling over for days, months, or even years. And you're going to find steps and you're going to find different ways to think about it to help you move forward.
One of the things I thought was interesting is that you said with fear, you have to allow it, you have to sit with it, you have to accept that it exists. But it's very uncomfortable. And for anybody who's experienced fear or anxiety or panic, they'll tell you they don't like the feeling. So how can we sit comfortably with that feeling?
Yeah, I think about it like weather. Rarely do I meet somebody that says, I love all seasons of the year. We all have a favorite. If you lean towards anxiety, like some of us do, then you favor stability and comfort. And so the goal is to just accept that sometimes it won't feel this way. It's not life-threatening. Take a breath and focus on the present moment and what you need to or want to be doing right now.
Love it. Thanks so much for joining us, Doctor.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. And the book, again, we want to share with you is Stop Fear from Stopping You. A great commitment, I think, for the new year.